Hello, this is Edward with Built by Burke Concrete. I'm presenting to you guys, ever watching a video of a project we did, some trench drains here for a beer distributor. This is an existing drain that they have. This is where they wash the trucks. This is just a small section of it. I'm standing kind of in the middle of it. I think it's a total, it's like 200 some feet long. But they're pulling trucks in on the one end, and then obviously I got the arrow, and then they're driving out through this end all the way to that door. So I was laying it out with the paint. We were cutting from obviously the paint, and then we were staying on the side of this angle iron. And I got the concrete cutters out there. So the existing trench drain is it's filled, it's 4 inches wide, not what they needed. 4 inches wide. It's filled with garbage. I mean, they had like two by fours filling this thing up. I mean, they were just trying to keep it so no one was falling in there. But I mean, it was in bad shape. So we were definitely going to be a big improvement from what they had. But this is it. So I got the concrete cutter out there, cut it up, ripped it all out, got exposed all the plumbing for the plumber. They wanted to put in all new plumbing, appropriately so. That's what they needed. So we exposed all that, so we got it all open, pulled it out, exposing more of the basins. They had like a quadruple basin. They had a triple basin on one end of the building, and then they had two basins here, and each of these two basins had a basin off to the side, not in this picture. So the one led into the one, and then they went out. I don't remember exactly how they led. It was pretty complex with the plumber scoping all of them, but we exposed all the plumbing for the plumber so he could redo it. This is some more of that. You can see the two other basins to access those ones right there. This is the concrete. We're piling it up on the outside here, not too far. And then this is it. Kind of once the plumber started getting all his fixtures done, we started moving in after him. So we began with the sub-base, the mud slab of the trench, whatever you want to call it. You got to get this down before you can start moving to your walls of, your trench. So guys framed it up. I don't have any pictures of them framing it, but I do have pictures of them pouring it. You can see we were using 2x6. We got all the rebar running through. We got the concrete there. We're pouring. So it went pretty easy. Coming back with the float, looks pretty good. Got all the grades exact. Everything's pitched down to the new plumbing. Looks really good, actually. Coming back in with the 90-degree number 4 bar to pin it to the future slab, coming in horizontally. This is the other end. Like I said, we got it all pitched, coming down to the plumbing. Looks beautiful. Coming through. This is the following day. Looks good. We started pulling our lines so we could start framing up on it. You can see here, right here, we started pulling our, I don't remember if those are 2x10s or 2x12s, but we were pinning those up so we could put the new grates in along with our design-made angle iron, which I'll show you shortly. But like I said before, they had 4-inch cheap. Like, it was cast iron, but it was that skinny, like half-inch thick grates, 4 inches. I mean, that was not what they needed. They were using this, they're washing trucks every day. The water's on all the time. They needed a lot bigger. And so they went with top of the line. This is some high-quality stuff that they chose, and it turned out pretty well. But you can see we went from a 4-inch grate to a 12-inch grate. They're about 1.5 inches thick, so some heavy-duty stuff. This is it. We're coming through. We got the 8-inch PVC holding up so it's not falling in on itself. Eventually, when you pour, that'll fill in. So holding itself up. Guys are coming through, going all the way down to the end. Got the safety caps on. No one's injuring themselves. Coming through, looking pretty good already. This is the angle iron. You can see we got the angle iron with the Nelson studs. I don't remember if those are 4-inch or 6-inch, but you get them every 2 or every 1. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. They turn. One's adjacent to it, and then one's basically horizontal to the ground. You got square stock coming through. I mean, it's heavy duty, high quality stuff. So, I mean, once it's in, this stuff is not going anywhere. Coming through, just about finishing up. And then once they finish framing it all, we get the subgrade done. Looks good. Start barring it. They still got to put the bar that runs parallel to the trench drain, but they started barring it up, pinning it on 12-inch centers to the existing slab. Obviously, this all sits a little lower than the existing slab, specifically so you know all the water will slope to it. So, guys got it going. Looks pretty good. This is the other end. You can see they got the horizontal or the parallel. They got the rebar running parallel with the trench drain. Looks good. It already looks great. So the guy's pouring. Going pretty easy. Just pull the truck up. Guys come around. They had their homemade strike-offs. A little funky with how the size of it, and that was what they wanted. Worked out pretty well. So guys are coming through. Going pretty easy. We got the vibrator out there. You can see the guy to the left. So he's making sure it gets in between all the rebar and underneath the angle iron. You don't want any air pockets. Guys are coming through, striking it off. One guy's on the machine, or one guy's on the truck. There they are, a bunch of hard-working guys. There you go. I think they ended up moving to the other side. Yep, started up on this side, so we did the middle part another day. I know that. And then in the middle part too, with the basins, I mean, we barred it up specifically because you don't want any pressure resting on those tanks. So, you know, if it starts to sink in there for some reason or another, the concrete slab really should be holding itself up. That should not be an issue. So you got to make sure if there's anything underneath it that structurally you're set. Guys are coming through. They're hitting it with the power trowel. Already looking great. They pull the covers off. Get a nice look at it. This is it. The following day. Got a nice finish, hard trowel finish, and I mean, it's beautiful. Much better than what they had before. I mean, it is a nice product, high quality, easy to clean, you know, no issues with if it's taking water or not. So they got a nice product. I mean, it looks beautiful. And the guys are starting up on the middle section there. There they are, coming through. And then this is the final product. It was it was and still is got that hard finish like it did those two pictures ago. The guys were cutting in the joints here to keep it from cracking, and there's a little bit of dust. So we came back after the fact and we mopped it down, got it all cleaned up. So looks pretty good though. I can't remember. It was like 200, more than 200 linear feet. I think less than 250. It was like 210 or something, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But they got a high quality product, and like I said, I mean, you can see from what they had before, now they got a 12-inch wide trench drain. I mean, you could put a shovel in there, shovel it out, whatever you got, any type of debris. I mean, it is a nice product. So if you guys are looking, anyone who's watching, lives in the Chicagoland area and is looking for industrial and commercial concrete, we can provide it. Niche work, you know, the more difficult, the better. So if you guys have anything, give us a call. Our website is in the description. You guys could reach us there. Thank you.